Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today on the transit van we're going to be fitting some windows. That's the next job that we've got to do. And what we've got is some of these CRV Adventurer windows. Let me show you them. That's the first one we're going to fit. It's the 1000 by 500 we're fitting, and that's going to be going there in the side door. Why do we do this? Backwards and forwards with this measurements, because you can't measure it off this, because this is not perfectly, square, and obviously that top one's not perfectly square because it follows the lines of the van slightly.
10 mil, the difference.
Yeah. So we've tried to do it as square as possible, and also by eye as well, how it looks. Because obviously, if we squared it up off this bottom one, it would be off on that top line, and then it would look funny up the top. So what I did is drilled 2 holes from the inside of where we've got to go. Let me show you what I mean. Because we know where we've got to come. That's the cut line that we wanted. But what we did is we drilled a little bit lower, just in case we needed to adjust it, which we did have to adjust it if we'd have drilled exactly on the line. So we've got that. That's the inside of it, if you know what I mean. So that goes there, and we want to get right to these edges as close as we can, and as high as we can get it. So I hope you followed that. I probably haven't explained it very well, but that's basically what we did. Just measured off that line. I meant 12 mil down on that line to drill the holes, 12 mil down on that one. That was just to give us a little bit of room to adjust it on the outside. Because obviously you can't see from the outside what it looks like. You can measure it on the inside, and then you could cut it all on the inside according to, if you try and measure off this, but then it might not look right on the outside. So, but you can't do it on the outside because obviously you've got to account for these bits, so you don't want to be cutting into this. So it's difficult, so I had to do that to sort of get a data point. But it worked out alright, so I'm happy with that. And there we are. Now we've got a hole in the side of the van. Ready for a window. I'm going to give this a file now. I'm going to just give this edge a file. Get any burrs off it. But before we put the window in, we're going to vinyl wrap that there, that panel, and that panel. But we're just doing this one for now. So what's that stuff there that we're using? I forgot what it's called. Wrap cut, isn't it?
Fine filament edge cutting.
Yeah,
tape.
wrap cut, isn't it?
Yeah. Never done it before, but always happy to have a challenge.
So we've got to peel it off now and stick it on, and then use that wrap cut to get that nice clean edge.
Hopefully. Like I say.
So you've never done this before, Luke?
No.
Oh God.
You know what?
I thought you'd done it!
No, you know me, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Right.
Can't even get the thing off, let alone.
Oh, I was like that the other day with the window tints when I was trying to do some tints in the house. Nightmare it was. Right. Well, come give you a hand, hadn't I?
Yeah.
Good there.
So we've done the wrap. Now we're going to try and Let's take the put on wrap cut. We've pulled a bit off, and we're going to see how we get on all the way around.
Doesn't look like it's on the ridge though, like we wanted, does it?
Well, we'll see. We can't be complaining that we put it on anyway. It is what it is. It'll be what it'll be.
I forget that it ends there, there's another bit after that.
Yeah. A-team stripe. Together with the A-team.
That don't look too bad, does it?
It's alright for amateurs, isn't it?
Yeah, that's alright, that. Yeah.
Go again on the top.
Yep. Right, what we've done is we've pre-fitted the window. Obviously not bonded it, we've just sort of pre-fitted it. And we've marked up with masking tape all around the window where we want to cut the actual wrap. Because we want to cut the wrap so that there's some metal underneath for the sealer to bond to. We don't want the sealer to bond to the wrap. But we did it yesterday and we measured it and all that lot, and we cut the wrap and we cut too much wrap off, and there was a gap all up the edge and you could see the silver underneath. Yeah, it was a bit we were a bit upset because obviously we had to take all the wrap off and do it again, but just wanted to let you know that in case anybody's watching that may be doing the same job. And this is what we're deciding to do now to make sure that we don't do that again. Maybe you could come up with something different, maybe you could come up with something better than this, but this is what we could think of. So we're now going to take the window back out and we're actually going to cut slightly inside that.
10 mil.
And 10 mil, you think? Yeah?
10 mil, yeah.
We're going to cut slightly inside that just to be 100% sure. And then we've still got plenty of metal under there for it to bond to. And then the window will be fitted, hopefully. Well, there we have it. That window's actually fitted now. And I think that looks rather good. And I think it looks good with the wrap. I'm really happy that I decided to do that. Yeah. Just got 3 more to fit now. But yeah, that looks nice. That looks really nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Let me know in the comments what you think. There we are. That opens up quite far as well, doesn't it? Yeah. This is the bunk window. We've made a template, drilled a hole through the middle where we want it. We did it on the inside and then we've drilled the hole and then we put the template on the outside so we can check it. And we're using the magnets for the vinyl.
From the vinyl, yeah.
From the vinyl wrap to hold it in place.
So show them the inside, how we've measured it out on the inside to get the difference from the lips.
There you go. We're ready now to fit the bunk window, and then that's this side done. Well, we're making progress. Got the second window in, and I think you'll agree that looks rather good. I really like that. That's really taking shape now. Yeah, I'm very happy with my choice of windows. Very happy. This back one is TGS 700mm by 280. That's a double glazed unit as well, and it actually comes with the integrated fly screen and blind, which we've got to fit afterwards. And that one is the CRV. They're both Adventurer, by the way, the make, and that one there is the CRV 1000 by 500mm. Now mostly I've only seen people fit the 900 in these by 500, but I did measure it and it was tight, but yeah, I managed to get the 1000 in there, and I'm glad I did now, because it's nice to have that little bit extra. So they're both double glazed as well. This is double glazed, but that one's actually glass. So, and the back two, I've got two back ones for the back doors, and they're CRV as well. I think they're 350 that way and 500 that way, because that's all that I could fit inside the back doors. So the sun's in my eyes, it's really bright, because they're quite narrow in there, as you can see. Look, quite narrow, and that's the only size I could get that would actually fit in that space. So that's what I went with. And they're also double glazed with a blind. This is one of the blinds. This is the blind for that the bunk window there. So once it's fitted, you've got a blind, and then you've also got a mesh bug net, so you can have that one or that one. We can have it open. Yeah, so the blind will just screw onto here, but on this one I'm going to have to make some sort of plywood fascia for here, for these corners, because the blinds is square. So I might just try to screw that on now for a bit, but I'm going to have to get a bit of plywood and do it all. But I'm going to do that once I frame the van and, you know, fill it all with insulation and ply it and everything. So, but I may just fit the blinds for now. Actually, I probably will. But yeah, they're a mission to fit, to be honest. Everyone makes it look easy on YouTube. It wasn't easy. I don't think it was anyway. Nor was Luke. It took us ages. A lot of faffing about. But yeah, we've never done them before, so I suppose if you do it all the time, yeah, they are probably quite easy to people that do it all the time as professionals. But doing them DIY, I think we probably just took on a bit too much though. Tried to do a max fan and 4 windows and the wrap all in the space of a day. Didn't happen. No, we're on our 3rd day now, so it's not really it's not really happening how we imagined. Been a bit optimistic. I can see why people just like do one window at a time, but we just wanted to get it all done. But I'm gonna try and do the back ones now. Oh, I've had enough. I'm tired. I don't know if I get that done today or not. Got to wrap the other side. Right, so now we've just wrapped that side. So now it matches the other side. Look at that. So we've just got the back doors to do now. I was going to do them next, but I decided to wrap the other side. And we're going to do them in the morning, because it's now 8:30 at night. The sun's going down over there and we're absolutely shattered. So I'm going to go to bed, have a cup of tea, have a shower, go to bed, and I'll see you in the morning. Get the windows on the back done. Right, new morning, new day, and we're doing the back windows. And we've just marked them all up. We did a template, and then we've also done it with a square as well, just to make sure that they're exactly perfect to each other, because obviously they're, you know, it's almost important that them two match each other, so one, you know, doesn't look slightly down or up from the other one. So we've now got that measured out, and it's time to cut them out. So now that we've drilled the hole in there. And we've got these windows nicely set so they're exactly the same. So from the outside they're symmetrical. We've also got like a swage line here, but you won't be able to see it on camera. You might be able to see it on an angle. Maybe you can see that one. Don't know. But it about there it goes in there. It's like a, so this is not completely flat. So we wanted it to look right on the outside, but what we didn't account for is that lip there is 20mm bigger than that side. So when we drill on this one, it's going to be around about here, and when we've drilled on that one, it's behind that. And we didn't want to come too far over because we didn't want to interfere with that swage line. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera. You might be able to see it, because it would have then creased that as we tightened up the window and bent it, so we wanted to stay away from it as much as we could. So really, I suppose we could have moved it over slightly, but we still would have been interfering with this frame. So now we've got a double skin to go through and cut through. So it's all fun and games. I've decided to move the window over. What was it, 50mm we moved it over? Yeah. We've moved it over 50mm. And what we're going to do, we're just going to fill that hole, because we're going to be putting some wrap on that anyway, so it's not going to matter. So we're just going to fill that, paint it, and then that'll be smooth as if it never happened. But you won't see it anyhow, like I say. So that's what we're going to do. Just being honest. Yeah, just being honest. Yeah, just because, you know, sometimes we make mistakes. We were going to leave it and mess around on the inside, but I just thought it's probably just better to do that. And to be fair, that window's moved over more into the panel anyway. It's more central than the other one. I haven't done that one yet. I haven't moved that one yet. So you can see that's slightly over to the right, which I wasn't bothered about. I was just trying to stay away from the swage line. We're now about 50mm away from it, and the frame is 20mm. So it gives us about 30mm leeway. But I just didn't want to pull on that, look. As you can see how flexy that is, look. That's all I was concerned about. That's why we moved it over that way. So there we have it. 2 windows now cut for the back. We've also repaired that, the drill hole, that's all been done. Like I said, it was going to get wrapped anyway. So as long as it's smooth under there, it looks alright for the wrap. But check out the inside, because you see how that looks. They're nice and symmetrical, aren't they? On the outside, how we wanted them, because that's what you see from the outside. And I didn't want them sort of offset from one another or anything like that. Check out the inside. Look at that. That's why we made a mistake. Because on the inside, it's different. Can you see it? Look at the gap. Let me go over, so I've got loads of stuff in the way. Hold on a minute. I've got all my blinds and everything on the floor here. I'm trying to step through it. See the gap there? Much bigger there than that side. It's quite tricky, this van. It's not really anything square to measure off, because there's just curves everywhere, and the lines are just like, there's no straight lines. Even the lines, they just curve up. No. You think it's straight, but that for example, that actually goes down on the van slightly. So you're trying to level this up with that line, but it's not actually correct. So you can't really level it up with that line, if you know what I mean. So then what do? You try to level it up off this top one, but that's not straight either, I don't think. So from what we measured, because it's all kind of like sweeping down and sort of going down into curves, same as the back doors. If you try to measure off this line, this slightly starts to sweep up and somewhere around about here, I think. But you don't really know. Sort of, we know it sweeps here, obviously, but yeah, that's not exactly straight. So how would you measure that kind of thing? It's tricky. So what we ended up doing was just measuring off this edge. We thought that was the straightest edge to measure off. Right, it's time to get them painted. I've just filed them. I've just filed all the edges. Just want to get them painted now. Paint the edges. and then wrap it. Next job, then windows. I've made some frames already. Around that lock. New blade on there. The blade's gone. This is the wrap cut that we got. Try to get a nice edge. Just going to do that edge now. There we are. The wrap's all done. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Got a really nice edge as well in the door. Just in there, look. Managed to get it in just behind the rubber. So when you open the door, it still looks nice. I just wrapped it in on that one there, look, on that edge. Now for the windows. Well, we've just got to cut out a little bit here to put the primer on, and then we're ready to put them in. Well, I've trimmed it. Just going to put a bit of primer on now. Here we are then, now it's all completed. On the outside anyway. That was the final bit, getting the back windows in. Oh yeah, they look really good, I'm really happy with them. Yeah, a bit of a transformation that, isn't it? So, let me know what you think of the progress. Personally, I'm over the moon with it. I'm so happy I can't even put it into words that I feel like it's actually now progressing into a camper van. And from the outside, it actually does look a camper van. Yeah, I've still got a lot of work ahead to do. Still got the floor to finish. I've still got the ply lining to put in. It's getting a bit late now, so I don't think that's going to happen now, to be honest. But I'm just so happy with everything that's been done. Yeah, what more can I say? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.